Hello traders, welcome to Investoo.com's flash course on how to correctly position your stop losses. In this video, we're going to learn how to let your winners ride. And we're going to go ahead again on the US dollar, Canadian dollar trade that we have going on. Let me put back the stops above the area of resistance, which would invalidate our trade idea. Now, I'm going to show you what the real targets were on this trade, and we were actually aiming for this previously tested area of resistance. Okay, now this was going to give us, actually was this area right here, which we just hit. So nevertheless, our trade would have been closed, but because of how strong the move to the downside was, we actually are going to do the following. We are going to close half of our trade and we are going to let the rest ride. Now, first of all, we are going to go to the US dollar, Canadian dollar, and we are going to close 1.1 lots. All right. Now, this is going to put around $975 on our bank account, and we are going to move our stops to break even. But this is really not the way to let your winners ride, because you really need to know how to correctly manage your your stop losses while you are letting the winners ride. And right here, we're going to go to the 4-hour chart. As you can see, this is the area that previously was tested as resistance before we broke to the downside. And because of how strong this move has been to the downside, we have decided to close half of our trade and let the rest of it ride. Okay, because we really hit this area with a strong bearish pressure. So which are the levels or structures that we are going to be aiming at? Okay, this is the first one right here. This area, which was our first target, is the first area that we are going to be looking in order for price to retest when it breaks. Okay, so what happens, what has happened is that we have moved all the way up here, and price has come to our target zone, which was yielding a better than 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, which is excellent. But now we are looking at letting the rest of this trade ride into a home run. So what we are going to wait for is for price to break down this important area of support that was tested as resistance, where we found a lot of sellers, and for it to test it again back up. All right, when price tests this area back again and continues making lower lows, we are going to move our stops right here. Okay, just above this area. Why? Because if price breaks with this area again and continues to move up, then we should no longer be on the trade. Now, there's two things that need to happen. Three things that need to happen. One, price needs to break with this zone, needs to retest it, and needs to break with the previous low. And this is how you let your winners ride. Okay, because price is very likely to test this second area. Okay, and is very likely to do the same, to break it. Well, not very likely to do the same, but if it breaks to the downside, well, we are going to wait for price to do the same, to come back, retest it, and continue its move down, breaking with the previous low. When this happens, we should be moving our stops right here to the next area. Of course, we can't move our stops right now because this price level is below the actual market price. But you get the idea. We should be moving our stops to this zone. And this is how you let your winners ride, and how you can take a 100 pip trade or target into a nice 318, 320 pip trailing stop.